And that is the basis for a future financial framework that could provide the payment rails for future performing rights organizations around the world to use for future royalty payments. It's possibly a real revolution here that puts the song in its rightful place, really, which is the center of everything, the center of distribution direct from the artist's wallet, direct from the master copy, and immutable, transparent payment mechanisms. It puts the song at the center of the financial model as well. So if the PROs decide to start paying royalties based on a song telling them who are the owners of the samples, who are the musicians, who is the composer, who owns all the plugins that are processing the music that you're listening to, if they decide to start using those payment rails in the future, then it puts the song at the center of a financial system, which means that there is no need for gatekeepers. The creative and the financial become intertwined and hopefully are served direct from the artist's wallet. And so when those payment rails become used to send royalties to the Bitcoin addresses expressed in that song, now the musician or the artists in general are now at the center of that ecosystem, and gatekeepers are no longer gatekeepers. They are on the outside looking in, having to be redefined as enablers, which is what they are really supposed to have been from the start. So yeah, if the money flows through the song, then I think that is really the revolution we've all been waiting for. Anyway, with that, it's been half an hour. I'm going to crack on. I'm going to play another couple and then leave it for another week. But thanks again for joining. Please go and check out ordinals.com. That's where you'll find the sequencer that you've seen here. If you go over to ordinals.com and then go to the /AAA_live beta testing, then you can play with the more up-to-date, the live production version of the sequencer, which is still buggy, but it's coming along. But yes, please follow at Ordinals as well. Follow the Twitter. There is a link on the Ordinals Twitter to the Ordinals Discord group. Come into the Discord group. There's not that many people in there yet because I haven't really invited lots of people yet, but I've just been chatting with some of the guys that have been helping me from the start in there. But you can come and you can share the JSON files, the little files that you save when you create a mix. You can save those and share them in the chat, and hopefully we can start with doing some cool collabs through the Discord group, which would be fun. You can follow me as well, jim.btc on Twitter. And I'm fairly active on there, so it's quite a good place to get in touch. Love to connect with people. Definitely looking for new development talent to come and help. I've built this thing with components in mind, so the idea is that once the sequencer is inscribed, it will be possible for anyone to build their own plugins, synthesizers, you name it. They'll be able to build them to interact with the sequencer, and we can create the first kind of global on-chain music production environment that's just free for all, and that anyone can develop on. The Ordinals GitHub is a public GitHub, so if there is any developers out there who want to work on something super exciting, get in touch, because I could do with more development talent kind of helping build this thing out. So and I guess most importantly, follow Bitcoin. That's what I've been doing for the last 12 years or so. Had no idea it was ever going to lead me back to my roots in music, but there you go. It's funny how the universe works, isn't it? But let's listen to another couple of tracks that I found this week, and then be back next week. Hopefully next week I'll be confident enough to get some guests on again. I had so many audio issues over the last few weeks, kind of learning how to use OBS and do this streaming stuff. I haven't had any chats for the last few weeks, but it would be really lovely to get back in the room with a few like-minded colleagues to talk this through. But for now anyway, thanks again. Was called On-Chained Melody, but I think maybe I'm just going to call it the Ordinals Show now that I've got such a lovely logo here. So anyway, take care, thanks again, and see you next week. Bye.